This is Emily. I am a nutritional therapist, and every day around 4 o'clock, I go live on Facebook with a 5-minute talk on simple things you can do with your diet to improve your health. And at the end of last week, somebody asked me if I'd talk about hormone balance. So, as I'm sure you can imagine, hormone balance is quite a large subject, but I'm going to try and break it down into little bits every day. And I wanted to start off by talking about estrogen excess. So, often the cause of hormone imbalance is that one hormone is out of balance in relation to the others. And for women, this is often that we have too much estrogen. And signs of estrogen excess would be things like PMS, heavy periods, fibroids, sore, lumpy breasts. All of these are signs that estrogen is too high in relation to other hormones. And this can also occur during the perimenopause. So when we go into the perimenopause, both estrogen and progesterone decline, but often progesterone will decline faster, and then the kind of imbalance between progesterone and estrogen is exacerbated, and that can be the cause of lots of the symptoms of perimenopause. So that kind of mood swings, irritability, weight gain. A lot of these can be attributed to, even though you're losing or dropping estrogen, that estrogen is still in excess compared to progesterone. So I wanted to talk about what we can do to lessen the impact of this excess estrogen and to help the body get rid of or detoxify this old estrogen. So all the time we're producing estrogen in our bodies, and it gets into the bloodstream, it gets into the digestive system from the liver when it's been used. The liver's detoxifying the hormones, then gets into the bloodstream. And if our bodies are functioning well, we will excrete those old hormones. So if we've got plenty of fibre in our diets and our bowels are working optimally, then we would be excreting all of that excess estrogen. But it might be that you're producing too much of it and your body can't cope, or that your diet isn't adequate enough in the good fibre that you need to have regular bowel movements. So what we need to do to help the body excrete this excess estrogen is to really ramp up the amount of fruit and vegetables that we're eating. So I'm always saying to people, you should be aiming for 6 to 8 portions a day of fruit and vegetables as a minimum. And that's a ratio of, I would say, if it was 6, 5 vegetables, 1 piece of fruit, and maybe 6 vegetables, 2 pieces of fruit. So really high levels of fruit and vegetables. And as I mentioned when I was talking about cholesterol, it's the 2 different types of fibre in those fruit and vegetables that help us achieve this regularity and the excretion of old hormones and cholesterol. So the soluble fibre in the fruit and vegetables becomes a gel, and this sticks to the excess estrogen and helps us excrete it. And the insoluble fibre forms the bulk of the stool. And the more bulky your stool is, the more likely you are to go more regularly. So both types of fibre are important for hormone balance. And then within those fibres that you're eating, or those foods that you're eating, there will be properties that will help the body achieve hormone balance. And what I'm talking about there really is phytoestrogens. So phytoestrogens are chemical-like substances that are found in foods that help the body balance hormones. And one of them that I mention quite a lot is flaxseed. So flaxseed has lots of benefits for hormone balance. So it contains soluble fibre, it contains lignans, which have this phytoestrogenic effect on the body, and they encourage the body to make sex hormone binding globulin. This is suddenly getting very complicated, but sex hormone binding globulin is something that a protein that our bodies produce, and it latches on to hormones to help us excrete them. So research has been carried out that has proven that women who have consume a tablespoon of flaxseed every day have higher levels of sex hormone binding globulin, and then this enables them to keep their hormones in balance. that sex hormone binding globulin is particularly important to understand if you suffer from polycystic ovarian syndrome. So your levels, if you've got PCOS, of sex hormone binding globulin tend to be very low, and then that enables levels of testosterone to increase. So I'm a big fan of Linwood's ground flaxseed. Although it is better to grind your own every day. So if you've got the time, then you're going to be getting fresher. What you're eating will be fresher because it hasn't been ground and then put in a packet, and therefore is more likely to go rancid. So if you have got the time and you can grind your own seeds, that would be flaxseed. That would be a great idea. But this is kind of the second best option, is to buy ready ground flaxseed. You also don't want to consume flaxseed whole because it can be quite irritating to the gut. So yes, think about flaxseed. I personally have a tablespoon a day. I stir it into yogurt and have that with berries and nuts for breakfast. It's very versatile. You could stir it into soups. You could sprinkle it on salads. Yeah, loads of ways of incorporating it into your diet. So think about whether you would benefit from that. And yes, that's enough from me. I've been a bit too complicated today, but do ask if you've got any questions, and please share this video if you found it useful, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more top tips. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye.